Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. We're going to talk about the Steelers rookies and which rookie will have the most impact entering this season. Now I'm going to do one probably in the NFL as the entirety of the NFL. Probably in a couple of days like that, I'm going to do a big video like that talking about the different rookies in the NFL who I think will have the most impact as league-wide. So be on the lookout for that one too. But today we're talking about the Steelers. I'm probably say, of course, you probably seen the thumbnail. Most likely, I'm probably going to use him for the thumbnail. Peyton Wilson. Peyton Wilson is probably the main person you think of because his versatility he has in his game. He showed it in preseason training camp. He's a guy who can get started on the sideline. A guy who is very good in pursuit because he ran like a 4.39 or 4.4. I mean, a 40-yard dash. He can guard guys. He can play in the nickel back spot because he can guard in the slot. He can play zone coverage. You can put him anywhere on the field. Peyton Wilson is a very versatile piece. A dominant player. I think if he stayed healthy, because remember he had the injury that plagued him in college, they kind of dropped him down to the 4th round to us in the draft, which is kind of the blessing in disguise a little bit for him. They get to play the Steelers, get to play next to Patrick Queen, who's a second-team All-Pro last year and who also was a Pro Bowler as well. Like that, so you get to learn from him, and also being a team that's like like this, to like learn, who develop linebackers very good. So I think Peyton Wilson is going to be a nice piece for us. And like I mentioned many times before, the queen chess pieces in football, a guy who can pick anywhere on the defense like that, go anywhere out there up front. I can blitz him in, I can let him sit in zone coverage, I can let him guard the slot receiver, I can let him guard a tight end, and you'll always have a spot like that, being like a versatile piece. And I think Peyton Wilson embodies that perfectly. I can't wait to see the different things we do with Patrick Queen and Peyton Wilson. Peyton Wilson was a big-time player. And every time I say queen chess pieces, I always think of the draft picks that got away. Like Cooper DeJean, of course. The Eagles took him. There's only a few draft picks in my tenure as a Steeler fan that was the Steelers that drafted. Of course, like recent years and stuff. Jalen Hurts is the main one that comes to mind because we was raving about him. Coach Tomlin was talking about him a lot, and he was interviewing him and all stuff. We had opportunity. He felt the second round we had opportunity to take him, and we took Chase Claypool. I was like, dang. Chase Claypool did good rookie season, scored 11 touchdowns, but he's not on the team anymore. Imagine Jalen Hurts on our team. That would have been very good. He fit the Steelers culture perfectly. And the Eagles took him. And then the Eagles took Cooper DeJean last year. And the Eagles also took Jordan Davis. I wanted Jordan Davis to be a Steeler. The Eagles took him too as well. So the Eagles have drafted a lot of the players I want the Steelers to draft. So hopefully one day in free agency, we can get some of those guys. But we'll see what happens. But Peyton Wilson, like I mentioned, is probably the first guy on the list. You're talking about impact, who had the most impact this season. Of course, another guy would be, of course, Zach Frazier. He got a big role, being a center. And plus, today, we've seen Herbig is injured. I believe I don't know if he's on IR or not, but he's injured. So they put Zach Frazier in his first team. I think Zach Frazier is going to work himself into first team anyway. But Zach Frazier is a nice piece. Good leader. You see what he did at college and stuff. He's a nice piece like that. Can get to the second level as well. Very physical like that. And a lot of our old linemen are very athletic. They're not only just strong and powerful, but they can do different things to open different gaps up and make you can do misdirections with them, screens with them as well, with a line shift one way and stuff. And can do things because you have those athletic guys on the edge as well too. So I think Zach Frazier is going to be a key piece for us and have some big time impact because it's going to help our run game a lot. Last year our run game, I think, finished 12 or 13, like that. Kind of got better, and Broderick Jones got in the lineup, but now we had Zach Frazier, and we also had another guy who's a rookie too as well, Trofantano. We had him on the other side too as well. You see what he did preseason, going against some Pro Bowl level edge rushers and stuff. And he kind of got him a little bit, but he held his own too as well in his first game, NFL debut. Went out there, made some plays, and opened up some lanes as well too. So having these guys, they're going to be very impactful. They have probably the most important role because offensive linemen hard to play. I feel like you always need, of course, the main things you need, of course, the people closest to the football, the quarterback, and linemen, D linemen, offensive linemen. You can add edge rushers in that same category as well as the D linemen as well, because those are the guys going to make the most impact. Of course, everybody on the field make impact, of course, but those are the guys that make the most impact because they're closer to the ball. So we're going to see exactly what they do like that. Another person, of course, is Roman Wilson. Roman Wilson, of course, he's been injured. He off the boot now, I think, out the boot, so he should be able to play maybe in preseason this Saturday against the Bills. We have to wait and see. We have a joint practice. I don't know if he's playing in that one or not, but he's a guy, like I mentioned many times, 700 plus receiving yards on a run first team in Michigan, had 12 touchdowns last year, and he's a versatile piece too as well. Play in the slot, can play on the outside, he can create space like that. That's his own style. His style is more finesse. He's not physical like a George Pickens. He can get physical sometimes, of course, but he's not like a physical imposing threat. He's like 5'10" like that, but he can create space. He can go out there and make a guy miss. He can take a 5-yard catch and turn into a 40-yard gain like that. He's one of those type of players, those dynamic players, those players who bring that different type of level explosion to your offense a little bit too. So hopefully he can stay healthy and come back on our team. We can kind of utilize him in that way, and that he develop in that way, because Steelers do a good job at developing receivers. So hopefully he's one of those guys. Those are probably some of the top 4 guys I can think of who are the most impactful guys. Of course, you know, a guy, people been talking about him lately too. I think in the conversation talking about him too as well the other day. You know, Dejon Edwards, because he came in, I believe it was the preseason, came in, I think he had like 28 yards rushing on 3 carries, had a touchdown. He looked very fast. At Georgia, he played last year, led Georgia in rushing yards, 800 something rushing yards, had 13 touchdowns, undrafted. He went out there, looked very explosive like that too. So he might be utilized on the team. They might put him a kick return, or might have him around too as well. Because remember, we had a guy like that at first, and Anthony McFarland, he's at that speed, but he just never can stay healthy enough to be able to utilize him in any type of aspects of the offense. So I think the Arthur Smith is very good at utilizing a lot of different guys in the offense, but as long as he focused on the main guys. You know, I think with the Falcons, he kind of got lost in the sauce a little bit, but with the Titans, he always focused on the main guys. He got AJ Brown the ball, he got Derrick Henry the ball a lot too as well, and he prioritized their touches a lot. So hopefully he's able to do that, and also kind of like merge in some other guys as well to kind of like surprise the defense too. So those are probably some of the top guys who I think will have the most impact as a rookie on this season. I think the main one is, of course, Peyton Wilson. And the rest, that's the list, I said, like goals and stuff. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about the rookie impact list I have. Let me know who you think gonna have the most impact as a rookie. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. And actually, before I end it, I thought about it. Corey Trice is not a rookie, but technically this is his rookie season because he didn't play last year, got injured, and missed the whole season. So I think Corey Trice could come out there and have a big impact. We can kind of put him in as the Joker piece. I think Corey Trice will have a big impact. I think he might in the season maybe being the second cornerback. You never know what could happen. He's a 6'4" corner who can play slot, who can guard in the slot, slot corner, and who can play on the outside too as well. Physical enough to guard the tight ends, quick enough to guard the receivers inside and outside. So he might be a guy who we can utilize a lot. He was showing out in training camp last year, and this preseason game that just passed, he showed out a little bit too in that one too. A lot of people wasn't mentioning his name a lot, but you go back and watch it. Like I mentioned last time, I watched the game like 4 times. You know, seeing like different things, so I can make different videos for it. And Corey Trice was out there showing off. So I think having Corey Trice out there, being physically imposing, can play man-to-man defense, can sit in the zone if he wants to. Maybe it could be a safety as well, because his play style is very versatile. You look at him at college, you watch some of his college stuff, he could have been a higher draft pick, but the injuries kind of plagued him and dropped him down. So I think Corey Trice might be a sleeper. He might have some big time impact. I know he's not, of course, a rookie technically, but this is his first season, so we'll see. But that's all I got, and I'll see you guys probably tomorrow, either on the Syndicate channel or on this channel. But stay tuned. But peace out.